Hello and welcome to the 17th Sunday of Ordinary Time. Today we celebrate Christ, the new Elisha, who feeds and unites us with him. Our first reading and Gospel are similar. They both narrate the miracles of multiplication of bread motivated by compassion and generosity. In our first reading, Elisha got a gift of food. However, noticing that the people were hungry and moved by compassion, he generously offered it to them. Through him, God miraculously multiplied the food, thus fulfilling his prophecy, they will eat and have left over. In the second reading, Paul reminds us of the virtues that we need in order to live and survive together as the body of Christ. That is, a community and family united by one faith, one baptism, and one Spirit. These virtues include charity, generosity, gentility, complete selflessness, and patience towards one another. In the Gospel, moved by compassion for his flock, Jesus, the new Elisha, replicated the miracle of Elisha. He fed more than 5,000 people with just 5 loaves and 2 fish. He was sensitive to their situation and their need. Christ cares both for our physical and our spiritual needs. He feeds us with both his word and his Holy Eucharist. There are many important lessons we can learn from today's readings, and especially from the miracles we witness. The first is from the compassion and generosity of both Elisha and Jesus for their flocks. Compassion moved them to generously feed their people. Compassion is the basis of empathy and sympathy. We need it to understand what it means for others to be hungry, thirsty, sick, homeless, jobless, and lonely. In fact, we need them to be human. The first thought of Jesus is to take care of the people that are coming to him. They might be strangers. You don't know what they are like. You don't know how they're even going to treat you. They might even reject you. But your heart goes out in compassion, because these are not a group or a community of people. These are people from all walks of life, but they have one thing in common: a hunger in their heart. Not just looking for a meal, but a hunger in the heart. The second lesson is that Jesus can transform something little into something great. So we must not doubt as the disciples did. This is because our God is a God of impossibilities. As Christ tells us, with God all things are possible. And Paul affirms, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The third lesson of today's reading is the generosity of the little boy. He is a hero in Jesus' miracle. He generously offered what he had, and his generosity became the motivation of a great miracle for the community. From 2 fish and 5 loaves, the community was blessed with more than 12 baskets of food. And this shows that God works with what we have. To be compassionate is to be like Christ. To be generous, to cooperate with Christ in his ministry. Christ sought the cooperation of his disciples and his community, and this little boy cooperated with what he had. He exhibited a fraternal spirit, and so changed the destiny of his community.